Hello and welcome back to Iraqi Dinar News. If you've been holding on to Iraqi dinar or Vietnamese dong, this moment could mark a turning point in your financial journey. What many had speculated about for years has now moved from possibility to confirmed reality. The revaluation of both currencies is officially underway, and early confirmation suggests the rates are not only active, they're higher than what most had predicted. For anyone holding these currencies, this could be the day that transforms years of waiting into tangible results. Starting early this morning, verified reports began surfacing from across the United States confirming that redemption centers have opened their doors and begun processing exchanges. Individuals are arriving with IQD and VND in hand and leaving with upgraded values that have caught even seasoned observers off guard. As it stands now, these revaluation rates aren't just real. They're significantly higher than historical norms. The Iraqi dinar is reportedly exchanging at more than $0.48, while the Vietnamese dong is reaching around $0.03. These developments are sending ripples through the financial world, sparking renewed interest in Middle Eastern and Southeast Asian currencies. People who've patiently held their currency for years are finally seeing long-awaited returns. This is not another rumor or social media frenzy. It's happening now and with momentum. There's even speculation that the rates could continue to rise slightly over the next 24 hours, which makes this window of time particularly critical for currency holders. The excitement isn't just about the numbers, it's about the unprecedented opportunity this moment presents. Redemption centers are reportedly functioning efficiently and are expected to remain available for several days, but those in the financial community advise that the best rates often accompany the first wave of activity. If you've kept your currencies tucked away in storage, now's the time to retrieve them and prepare your documents. That includes your currency notes, personal identification, and, if you have them, purchase receipts. For those with larger amounts, be aware that some centers may request documentation regarding the origin of the funds. Keeping calm and following instructions carefully will help you move through the process with minimal stress. It's important to note that not every financial institution is currently participating. Some banks are taking a more cautious approach, waiting for further confirmations before joining in, while others, like Chase Bank, have reportedly launched currency desks and are actively conducting exchanges. If your local bank isn't involved today, don't be alarmed. More branches are anticipated to begin processing these transactions within the next day. In the meantime, check verified listings or contact your financial advisor to find out where you can complete your exchange securely. The key message for today: stay updated, avoid unofficial channels, and ensure that any location you visit is a recognized redemption site. Reports confirm that these centers are operating professionally and securely, but scams and misinformation often appear in times of major financial movement. Protect your assets by sticking with the facts. Looking beyond personal finances, this revaluation is a milestone for both Iraq and Vietnam. Iraq's work toward modernizing its banking infrastructure, increasing government transparency, and embracing international standards has contributed significantly to this moment. Likewise, Vietnam's economic expansion, driven by technology investments and growing global partnerships, has created a fertile environment for this kind of monetary reset. These aren't arbitrary adjustments. They represent tangible steps forward in both countries' economic development and their standing on the world stage. When a nation adjusts its currency value upward in this manner, it reflects a broader statement about economic strength. For Iraq, it's about the return of confidence in its oil exports, digital banking reforms, and political stability. Vietnam's story focuses on becoming a manufacturing hub, nurturing investor confidence, and leveraging international trade deals. What that means for currency holders is simple. Each note you've held has grown in global value, but this isn't a jackpot. It's the outcome of strategy, reform, and economic credibility. If you've been waiting for this day, preparation matters now more than ever. With exchange rates soaring beyond most forecasts, some may feel a rush to act immediately, but don't make financial moves without a plan. Think through your next steps. Do you want to clear existing debts? Start a new investment? Build long-term savings? These choices deserve reflection. Take a moment to align your goals with your actions. And if you're holding significant amounts, it may be wise to consult a trusted financial expert before making any major decisions. Poor planning can turn what should be a blessing into future complications. Another topic worth addressing is taxation. Any returns from your currency exchange may fall under your country's tax regulations. In the United States, for example, reporting the amount you exchanged, the total received, and when you originally acquired the currency can be essential for filing correctly. This is not an area to guess. Seek professional tax guidance if you're unsure. Accurate records will serve you well, especially if you're exchanging a large volume and hope to avoid surprises down the road. While this revaluation is making headlines now, it's only the beginning of a broader movement that's likely to unfold in the coming days and weeks. Some sources are already suggesting that additional exchange rate tiers may appear, possibly tied to the amount of currency held or specific account types. There are even discussions underway that hint at the integration of digital wallets and blockchain-based solutions in future phases of the exchange process. What's clear is that today's surge is just the first chapter of a much larger financial evolution, and staying plugged into verified updates will be key to navigating what comes next. To stay informed, make sure you're subscribed to this channel and have notifications turned on. We'll continue to track every new development, from changes in exchange windows to updates on center availability and expert financial planning insights. If you're new to this conversation or if you've just started exploring currency revaluation, here's a brief summary to bring you up to speed. The Iraqi Dinar, IQD, and Vietnamese Dong, VND, have long been watched by global observers due to their potential for major valuation shifts. People around the world have invested in these currencies, anticipating that economic reforms would eventually trigger a spike in value. That moment has now arrived. Redemption centers are open, rates are confirmed, and what was once speculation has become reality. If you've been holding either of these currencies, this is the moment to consider your next move carefully. A common question circulating is how long these high rates will remain available. The answer depends largely on market dynamics. As with any economic event driven by supply and demand, those who exchange during the earliest waves typically gain access to the most favorable rates. That doesn't mean you must act rashly, but time-sensitive planning could make a difference. Safety is another concern, especially for those unfamiliar with the redemption process. The good news is that legitimate centers are staffed with trained professionals and strict security protocols are in place. Just be cautious about where you go. Stick to official exchange locations and avoid any setups that seem questionable or make promises that sound too good to be true. If you're unsure whether a center is legitimate, check with local authorities or financial institutions for verification before proceeding. Some viewers have also been asking what might happen if they miss this initial exchange window. While redemption centers may continue to operate for a limited period, there's no way to guarantee that current peak rates will remain in place. Currency markets are fluid, and external economic pressures could influence future values. The best approach is to act with awareness, not fear, but do stay alert and watch for real-time updates. That's where this channel becomes a valuable resource. There's also growing interest in whether this wave of revaluations could extend to other global currencies. While we can't confirm anything beyond Iraq and Vietnam at this point, the scale and impact of this event are already drawing attention from investors worldwide. Countries with emerging markets, natural resource reserves, and strong export capabilities are now under new scrutiny. If today marks the beginning of a larger pattern, we could be witnessing the start of a broad reshaping of global financial power. Staying informed, curious, and ready to adapt is essential in this moment of flux. Within the community of currency holders, there's a unique opportunity now to support one another. Whether you've been preparing for years or you're just discovering the impact of this development, remember that no one needs to navigate this alone. Share your experiences in the comments. If you've already gone through the redemption process today, your insights can help others understand what to expect. Those first-hand perspectives can go a long way toward calming nerves, answering questions, and building trust in a moment that can feel overwhelming. To every member of the Iraqi Dinar News community, thank you for being here. Whether you've followed this story from the beginning or you're tuning in just in time, your commitment to staying informed has been the foundation of our success. The growth of this channel and the strength of this audience is a reflection of the knowledge you've built and the discipline you've shown. While others dismissed the revaluation as fantasy, you stayed focused, did the research, and remained engaged. And now that preparation is being rewarded. As we look ahead, it's critical to understand that the value gained today must be used wisely. A sudden increase in financial resources can bring new opportunities, but also new responsibilities. Make choices that reflect your long-term goals. Avoid impulsive spending and protect what you've earned. Investing in your future, whether through education, property, or generational wealth, is far more powerful than chasing short-term thrills. This could be a defining financial moment in your life, so treat it with the care and clarity it deserves. And finally, know that we will continue standing with you. Our updates won't stop here. Every new rate adjustment, bank announcement, or redemption center shift will be covered right here. We'll also bring in expert voices to help you with tax guidance, investment planning, and wealth protection strategies. You are not in this alone. This isn't just a revaluation. It's a rare, global realignment of value, and it's happening in real time. So keep your focus, support others, and stay connected with Iraqi Dinar News. Congratulations to all those who held strong, stayed patient, and believed this day would come. You've made it to the starting line of something truly historic. Now make sure the journey ahead is just as meaningful. We'll see you in the next update.